Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And let us continue on with my favorites from the year from Criterion, this year 2022. This time I'd like to focus on favorite cover art designs from the Criterion Collection 2022 releases. So as we know, Criterion, just like other labels, of course, one of the great things about physical media releases is the concept of the cover art designs. We've had a lot of great ones in terms of the artists who have been selected or chosen to try to bring to life or to find some kind of artistic representation, capturing the essence of a work that will be, in many respects, the first thing that a potential consumer or customer will see. And will it attract the eye or not? Will it somehow translate the essence of the film or story or not? These are some of the challenges, of course, for trying to create great cover art designs for Criterion releases as well as other releases. And of course, it's not just physical media, Blu-rays, DVDs, 4K, VHS, Laserdisc, etc., but it's across the whole spectrum in terms of album cover art, poster art, etc. So totally. But this is one of such categories, is it not? And it's a fun one to consider. So the cover art designs for Criterion Collection releases. So we had a lot, and I know I'm going to miss out on a number of titles, but I have chosen 5 of what I consider to be my favorites of the year. Without further ado, let us begin with my number 5 favorite cover art design from the year Criterion Collection 2022. And this is of a film which was designated spy number 1110. And it is this work, which is The Piano. I love this cover art design. The art is credited to art director Sarah Habibi, Eric Skillman, illustration Greg Ruth. And I love this because it has the intricate nature of the actual artistic drawing or rendition here. And for those who know the film, this will remind us of the one of the main characters of the work, The Piano. And if you look at some of the details and what's being held by this person in the hand, for example, or other details of the costuming, and also the outline, and the fact that it's not looking towards us, but the back is turned to us, etc. These and the use of the font, etc. This is so intricate, so lovely, so wonderful, and to me, it has that. Capturing the essence of the piano all the way down to the little details, and the little details too, they can speak to people who have yet to see the film and still be enticing and very alluring and very attractive in terms of a potential buy, a potential watch, as well as the details for those who know the film, and you can recognize how clever those little touches are encompassed in this cover art design. So I really love this very much. So this is my number 5 favorite cover art design, which is for the release The Piano. My number 4 favorite cover art design from the Criterion Collection 2022 releases, and it is for the film which was designated by Criterion Spy number 1120. It's this film. It's a great film. It's a great release, and it's the work which is The Girl Can't Help It. It's so much fun revisiting this work in the context of this Criterion release, and part of the fun was to just relive it in the context of the physical media packaging here, the cover art design. This is so cool. It has a great use of color and the capturing of the type of a period vibe and the feel of, you can almost it's almost singing. It's almost like it's singing out the music. It has that type of music, poster art, electricity about it, as well as the emphasis of the various, say, aspects of the film. The Girl Can't Help It, with, of course, front and center, Jane Mansfield. And I love the use of the colors and the font. I should say, art is credited to art directors Eric Skillman, Sarah Habibi, designer Jaffa the Unknown. Uh, Very cool stuff indeed. I love this. And again, it has a feeling of energy. It has a feeling of that sense of the music, the rock and roll spirit of it, as well as having, again, front and center, in many respects, one of the key components, if not the key component. This is probably the key component of the success of The Girl Can't Help It, yes, which is the appearance and the performance and the existence and the overall aura and feeling and style and flair and just the cinematic charisma of the one, the only Jane Mansfield. And we were reminded this in all of its great glory and great energy and excitement, as captured, I think, in this great Criterion cover art design. So my number 4 favorite cover art from Criterion 2022 releases is for The Girl Can't Help It. My number 3 favorite cover art design from Criterion Collection 2022 releases is for a film which is designated Criterion Spy number 1137. And I just got to show this. Frownland. Frownland. I was so perplexed by this cover art design. I had no idea what to expect. And this release was an occasion for me to watch this film for the first time. So in many ways, I couldn't know what to expect from a viewing of this film, except from maybe clues or little details here and there, including the cover art design. And when I saw this, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what I was in for. And then I saw the film, and I feel the power of this cover art. I really do. I don't know how, I can't explain it in any better way, perhaps, except to say I feel the power of this, and I feel the levels, and I feel the true, almost DIY feel of this. And it's just it is what it is. And what it is so utterly brilliant. I mean, this is what an experience watching this film, and now thinking about this cover art design. It just makes me very energized for a lot of reasons. And so I love this cover art design. I just love the almost it's the devil may care attitude, but also a sense of caring and a sense of intimacy and a sense of fidelity to this. So it's giving off so many different types of fireworks at once. And I love it. And it's so strange and weird and intoxicating at the same time. And almost it has that sense of being inviting, but also maybe pushing one away. And it has a sense of being somewhat of a perplexing thing, but also very homegrown cool thing as well. So it's got so many things going on. I love that. I love it. It almost has a sense of confusing one, which is great, which is the stuff of, again, from the perspective of my own, say, viewing experience of this. It just draws me in more and more and more and more. I love this cover art design. Now, I should point out that the art is credited to, art directors Sarah Habibi, Eric Skillman, cover design Josh Safdie. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah, my number 3 favorite cover art design from Criterion 2022 releases is for Frownland. My number 2 favorite cover art design from the Criterion Collection 2022 releases, and this is for a title which is designated by Criterion at Spy number 1124. And the film is this. Chan is Missing. And now look at that cover. That is fantastic. What a fantastic concept to capture the essence of Chan is Missing. You get existence and absence. You get identity and non-identity. You get this idea of collage and pictures and trying to find out what is going on with this mystery. And then also being intrigued because the answer seems to be withheld from us in this collage way, in this different perspective type of way, and the almost explosion of image and almost the blurring of identity. This is brilliant stuff. And then you add on to that the great use of the font and the balance and the black and white and the artistic rendering here is top notch. I love this, and it's so capturing the essence of the film. If you know Chan is missing, right? This idea of various people and various stories and various pictures even, and trying to find a sense of identity and maybe being able to or not being able to, again, depending on one's viewpoint and reading of the work. But we're getting that sense of mystery and also the use of the art and image itself as being one of the fundamental aspects of the film, and you get it in this cover art design. This is brilliant, absolutely brilliant, so clever, so genius. I should say that the art, yes, the art is art director Sarah Habibi, Eric Skillman, designer Drusilla Adeline, Sister Hyde. So, dear friend of the channel, Sister Hyde. So, what a great cover art design. I love this. Classic stuff. So a classic design for classic work, and it's for this film, which is Chan is Missing. And that brings me to my number one favorite cover art design from the Criterion Collection 2022 releases. I must say once again that one of the criteria for my own subjective, say experience or assessment of what makes for me great cover art is the ability for the cover art to suggest to me, as a consumer of the Criterion product, the ability for the cover art to suggest to me the essence of the film in one form or another, in a clever, witty, artistic, cool, well-designed, colorful, detailed, vibrant way, an alive way, an electrifying, exciting way, and something that also is very much key to the spirit and philosophy of the film itself. Now, in that view, I think I think all of the examples that I've brought up so far, I think, show that so well, and there have been many other titles that I haven't been able to speak about today in this video that I still think have that so much. And with that, I must say, this title that I'm about to bring up is my number one choice, because for me, it just something about the design, the cover art, and it's even embodied within the actual casing itself, the case itself, and it's so keyed into the philosophy of the work, and it's so clever. I'm speaking of the cover art, which is for the film. It was designated by Criterion at SPY number 1108, and it is this, The Celebration. Now, this is a genius design in terms of the embodiment of the work, The Celebration, and almost the embodiment of the spirit and philosophy of Dogma 95 movement. And so you look at this design, and you can see it's the clear plastic, and you can see you can see through it. And so you actually see that when I remove the insert or the booklet, you actually get this, which is this type of style. And so this is very much one might say minimalistic. One might say very quote-unquote simple. This design is so Dogma 95, and it is so much in keeping with the way in which the film The Celebration was made, and it's saying everything and nothing at the same time. And that type of paradox is, to my eyes, one of the key components of the philosophy of The Celebration, and indeed of Dogma 95 overall. And I love this. And it also is ingrained in the actual case itself, because you can see it's part of the overall package, and it's suggestive of a type of, say, storage tin, or a type of, say, a video box, and which is, again, very much in terms of the philosophy of the Dogma 95 movement. It is meant to be stripped away of a type of, say, commercial marketability, for lack of a better phrase, as well as other aspects, which one can get a sense of by exploring some of the great supplements as part of this great release of the celebration. But this is so cool. And indeed, when you put this insert into the casing, it has that neat way of creating its own sense of style and design. You know, the insert itself becomes part of the cover art in this interesting way. It is and it's not, and that type of simplicity and that type of that type of simplicity gives way to actually a great deal of complexity, which I love, and it kind of my mind gets wrapped up in this, and it becomes like a pretzel in terms of all the twists and turns that it takes me on. I love that sort of stuff, and so this is so cool. I should say that the artwork is credited to, and let me pull out the booklet here just to show. The artwork is credited to art director Sarah Habibi, Eric Skillman, designer Jason Hardy. This is one of the coolest designs, one of the coolest cover arts, and it's, again, so cool in its way to be a type of emblem and a type of real, almost 100%, 100% representation of what this film and the philosophy of this film is. This is so clever and so brilliant. So this is my #1 favorite cover art design from Criterion from the year 2022, and it is of this cover art design for the work The Celebration. All right, my dear friends, so that's it as far as my top 5 favorite cover art designs from Criterion this year. What are some of yours? Do you have some cover art designs that you'd like to mention? Please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what it is you have to say. So we will continue on with more categories. So I will see you at the next video, my dear friends. But until then, stay strong and cheers.